On the agenda, we're going to have an interaction with uh, Kebba S. Juwara. Mr. Kebba S. Juwara is the Secretary General of the Young Writers Association. He was supposed to give an opening remark, but because of the late start of the event, he is now going to be giving us a short presentation.
Our special speaker, Professor Fleur Lumumba, who spoke to us from far away. Good evening, our supposed special guest of honor, Her Excellency Fatoumata Baro, the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia. If her representative is here, we are greeting you. Anthony Penbos Onogba, who's supposed to also be a special guest and a special speaker this evening. Honorable invited guests, sponsors, fellow authors, media houses present, schools present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present this speech on behalf of the Young Writers Association of the Gambia. I feel very honored to give this speech this evening, not only because this is an August gathering, but because I am also speaking on behalf of our people who I can safely say are championing Gambian literature in recent times. I am speaking on behalf of our people who it is worth anticipating to live to witness their future. These are none other than the young writers of this country. The Young Writers Association of the Gambia was established in 2012, of course, by the man for who we are all present here, His Excellency Modulamin H. Al-Musaf Sow. I call him His Excellency because he is still the president of the Young Writers Association of the Gambia, an association that have impacted the lives of several young people, including myself. I see myself very honored to have this association because it is through this association today I can safely say I am an author of 3 different books and so many in the pipeline. The Young Writers Association of the Gambia The Young Writers Association of the Gambia since 2022 have founded and organized 3 different events. The first among these is the National Storytelling Competition. The National Storytelling Competition is a competition, an event that seeks to promote and revive the culture of storytelling in the Gambia. We believe as Africans that storytelling is part of our culture. It is a co-cultural act, a co-cultural art that we have to revive, we have to bring, even if we are going to give it a touch of modernity, but it should never be let down. Our young people, the young generation, deserve to get this from the elderly people back, so the nature and the culture and the tradition of sending down moral lessons through stories would never go away. Later the same year, the Young Writers Association of the Gambia founded the Kunta Kinte International Book Festival. The Kunta Kinte International Book Festival is a 2-day event. The first day is marked with a big book fair. This is where we display thousands of books written by Gambians. And this year was a very big success. It was our first, of course, but it was very successful. We were able to exhibit over 1,000 books authored by only Gambians. It was the first in my entire life to see such an exhibition of books. And I was so proud because when I saw all the books, I saw only Gambian writers. It is an opportunity to give a chance to Gambian books to be showcased to the population so people can go and see what Gambians are doing. The event is also followed with an awards night. On this night, we seek to promote, to celebrate our past and living legends. We have a lot of Gambian writers who are gone and nobody talks about them. It is so sad. As a poet, I would want to ask you this question. How many of you know Suwebo Konate? How many of you? How many of you know Gabriel G. Roberts? How many of you know Larry Peters? Good. That's impressive, though in the lowest degree. How many of you know Baba Silla? How many of you know Tijan Sala? Now, this is a disease, I can say. We as Gambians, we have to celebrate our people. If we don't celebrate them, who is going to celebrate them? Phyllis Wheatley, the first black woman to publish a book in the entire world. And the first black, but the second in the entire world. The first woman was a white woman. She was the first black to publish her books in the 18th century. She was a Gambian. Nobody speaks about her. We have to celebrate our legends, dead or living. And the Young Writers Association of the Gambia wants to champion that. We want to embody that responsibility of making sure our people do not go uncelebrated. We have to get them down in the chronicles of the world. Whether it be today or tomorrow, we have to pave the path. And I think the Young Writers Association is on that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Modulamin H. Al-Musaf Sow, as the author of this book, I see the Young Writers Association of the Gambia as the host of this event. And because of that, I have the honor of welcoming each and every one of you to this event. Feel free and enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you very much.
It's high time. Africa, it's high time Gambia, it's high time everybody that we know the values of people, we celebrate people, we give people opportunities to feel themselves when they are alive and kicking.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and esteemed comrades in the noble cause of Pan-Africanism. Today marks a significant milestone in our collective journey, a journey towards a brighter, more united Africa. As the leader of the PLO Lumumba Foundation Gambia chapter, I am deeply honored before you on this momentous occasion, the launching of the book, Africa, Not Africa. That encapsulates the essence of our shared struggle and our shared aspirations. In the annals of history, the story of Africa is one of resilience, of triumph, of adversity, and of the indomitable spirit of people who have refused to be silenced or subdued. From the dawn of civilization to the present day, our continent has been a beacon of hope, a crucible of culture, and a bastion of resistance against the forces of oppression and exploitation. But let us not forget our journey is far from here. We still live in a world where the legacy of colonialism looms large, where the specter of neo-colonialism continues to cast its shadow over our aspiration for true independence and self-determination. We still live in a world where our resources of our continent are plundered, our economies are manipulated, and our voices are marginalized on the global stage. Yet, in the face of these challenges, we refuse to be daunted. We refuse to be cowed into submission or resign our fate. Instead, we stand tall. We stand proud and we stand united in our determination to build a future that is worthy of the dreams and aspirations of every African. In the pledge of this book, you will find stories of courage and sacrifice, of resilience and resistance, of hope and determination. It is testament to the triumph of the human spirit in the face of adversity and a celebration of the rich tapestry of cultures, tradition, and history that make Africa a truly unique continent. But beyond its mere words, this book is call to action, a call to action for all of us to rise up and reclaim our destiny as a proud and sovereign people. It is a call to action to reject the false propaganda of East versus West, North versus South, and to forge a new path based on the principle of justice, equality, and solidarity. As we stand on this threshold of a new era in African history, Let us remember the words of our forebears who have paved the way for us. The like of Kwame Nkrumah, who famously proclaimed, the forces that unite us are extremes and greater than the superimposed influence that keep us apart. Let us also remember the word of Patrice Lumumba, who declared, we are not alone. Africa, Asia, and free liberated people from every corner of the world will always be found on the side of the Congolese. And let us never forget the word of Nelson Mandela, who said, it is in your hands to create a better world for all to live in it. Fellow Africans, in closing, let us reaffirm our commitment to the cause of Pan-Africanism, a cause that transcends borders, language, and culture, and unite us in our common struggle for freedom, justice, and dignity. Let us march forward together, hand in hand, towards that is worthy of the dreams and aspirations of every African, past, present, and the future. Thank you, and may this book be a source of inspiration, enlightenment, and empowerment for generations to come. Thank you all.